We're back with Lit Sports Online for the UFC Fight Night 161 Jedrzejczyk versus Waterson recap.
Let's go.
It was a fun night of fights. Action-packed, some craziness happened, and where are we starting?
Yeah, we're just start with Niko Price versus James Vick. Niko Price won via up kick. Holy crap, KO, round one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a... Gave me a headache, man. I saw that shit. I was like, ooh.
It was disrespectful.
It was. I was like, God damn.
It was brutal, man. And Vick got a takedown and was landing some heavy ground and pound, and then Niko Price just slapped him in the chin with his heel. It was nuts. And unfortunately, so it was Vick's first fight at welterweight, and it was his fourth loss in a row. I think at least 3 of them were KOs, maybe all 4 of them.
Just saying it for him, you know.
Dude, James Vick is... I don't know what happened, man. He was, you know, kind of one of those guys who was right on the edge of the top 5, like, a year ago. Or, like, a year and a half ago. He was, like, talking about looking at the title, right? And now he's on a 4-fight losing streak. I mean, he fought great guys, you know. He fought Paul Felder, Dan Hooker, you know, Justin Gaethje. So, like, all guys that are towards the top of the division, you know. So, it's, you know, it's not like he's losing to chumps or anything. It's just he's losing in a bad way. I think it's in his head. I think losing by KO has gotten... He's a little hesitant now.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, and then if it affects your confidence like that, it's going to affect how you fight. It's going to affect your striking game. It's going to affect how you manage the distance. So, I don't know, but it was a highlight reel KO.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
For Niko Price.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurt me. Like,
luckily,
Jesus.
I heard he's good. You know, Luke Thomas, who's a media guy, reached out, and apparently he's fine. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah.
Moving on, Amanda Ribas gave Mackenzie Dern her first loss.
Yeah.
Man, dominated with striking and takedown defense.
Yep. Mackenzie Dern is maybe the best female jiu-jitsu practitioner in the world. Her dad is Megaton Diaz, who's a famous jiu-jitsu practitioner, one of the best in the world, you know, came up in old days, you know, Gracie's and stuff. And, you know, to this point, we'd seen her just get in there and submit people and, you know, win a decision because her takedowns are... People are so afraid to go to the ground with her that it throws off their striking game, right? Ribas just came in there and was just so much better kickboxer, just way faster, way bigger reach, better space management, better management of the octagon, and just dominated, you know. Dern was not able to get any takedowns and do anything, and that ends up being a trend on the card later when we get to the Kron Gracie fight, but it was a fantastic performance for Ribas, and it's a giant name to have on your resume. You know? This is Mackenzie Dern had a ton of hype behind her coming from a lower organization and just, you know, submitting fighter after fighter, and, you know, her dad's a big name, so a lot of hype there, a lot of name recognition, so it's a good one for the resume of Ribas, and I'm really excited to see where she's going to go. She's a fun fighter, very exciting to watch. Her striking style is just kind of all action, and, you know, they're going to give her a bigger name, presumably now. You know, you don't throw somebody in there against a Mackenzie Dern, who's, you know, the biggest name in, like, the lower-ranked fighters, without expecting, okay, we're going to try to push this girl if she gets past this test. So I'm interested to see where they're going to go. I think she's got a bright future, and I think Dern does as well. She just needs to shore up her striking game a little bit and get some better takedowns. So that's the problem a lot of times you see with super high level jiu-jitsu practitioners. They're so confident, like, their jiu-jitsu, like, it'll work, but they don't spend enough time wrestling to actually get good takedowns. You know, they have their jiu-jitsu takedowns, but against a striker the level of Ribas, who's also a judo black belt, her takedown game is better, her takedown defense game is better, even though her ground game isn't as good. But if you can't get it there, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, well, moving on in that same, you know, sediment. Cub Swanson versus Kron Gracie. Cub won, unanimous decision.
Yeah, and it was the same thing in a way. It
like
was,
in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, Kron just couldn't get the fight to the ground.
Yeah.
I was impressed with his striking. He did land a lot of shots on Cub, and Cub's a great striker, and he wasn't the deficit of strikes was not as big as I would have expected. If you were to tell me that Cub Swanson and Kron Gracie were going to strike the whole time, I would have expected a much bigger deficit in Cub's favor than there actually was. But Cub looked great for the first 2 rounds. 3-round fight, he just got tired. And the reason he got tired is because his game was so heavily based in pressure. Not pressure, because he was backing up. Kron was really controlling the octagon, was walking forward the whole time, but his game was based on activity and footwork. So it was just a lot of movement, a lot of head movement, a lot of cutting angles, a lot of turning corners. And as a result, he landed a lot of heavy shots. I've never seen somebody eat so many body shots, like heavy punches to the liver, and be completely unfazed before. Kron Gracie is a tough dude.
Yeah.
And he trains with the Diaz brothers, Nick and Nate, so I'm not surprised. Yeah. And he kind of has that style. He just walks forward, just keeps throwing, doing whatever, and going for the takedown and going for a couple of takedowns and submissions. And, yeah, like I said, it's, again, as with Mackenzie Dern, one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the world. And so people don't want to go to the ground with him. And he doesn't have a way to get it there against these guys that have a high-level understanding of takedown defense. So I think he's got a great future. I think if he gets some more takedowns, great. But the other fun thing is that even if he did get it to the ground, there's no guarantee he's going to submit Cub Swanson. He and Cub Swanson had a jiu-jitsu match against each other years ago, and it went to a decision.
Oh, wow.
So Kron wasn't able to get the submission on Cub the last time he had a chance, so who's to say that it would happen this time, right?
Exactly.
But Cub just had a better striking game and won the fight. Kron thinks otherwise. He's been arguing in the media, like, I won that fight. But, the easy joke is he thinks he won the fight, but he also thinks the world is flat, so.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Well, moving on to the main event. Yes. Joanna Jedrzejczyk. I think I said that correctly.
Yeah.
Versus Michelle Waterson.
Close enough.
Yeah, so Joanna won, dominant unanimous decision. Leg kicks, pressure, just dominated the clinch.
Wow. Yeah. She was the bigger woman in there. I was expecting the clinch game to be a little closer, but Joanna's just bigger and stronger and has a Muay Thai-based clinch game, so, was able to control it. And she controlled the distance of the fight and the timing of the fight the whole time with a lot of leg kicks and a lot of jabs. And she was just high pressure the whole time. And Waterson was just not able to use those kicks that work so well against everybody else because she's a little smaller, so Joanna could reach her, because Joanna has great kicks too. She uses a lot of front kicks and a lot of heavy, roundhouse kicks, and she has a little bit longer of a reach than Waterson. So Waterson's one of her best tools to control the range is kind of matched by Joanna's in a way. Even if Waterson has a little bit more diversity in her kicks and she's a little quicker with them, Joanna can also kick at that range. And Joanna throws a lot of low kicks, which Waterson does not, because Joanna has a Dutch, Muay Thai kickboxing background. And so she does throw calf kicks and low kicks and thigh kicks and everything. And so that's how she controlled the distance. She was just constantly throwing kicks. I was watching a clip, a 10-second clip, and she throws 5 low kicks and 2 punches. So she just keeps activity going, keeps giving you something to think about, uses good movement. She's a little lighter on her feet these days than she used to be. Yeah. A little more footwork as opposed to just, constant activity and kind of a little bit of head movement. And she looked great. I think it was. I think she'll get a title shot after this. I mean, she's never far away from a title shot, considering she's the the most successful champion of all time in that division. Yeah. The women's strawweight division. She's the GOAT at this point. She won the title and had 5 successful defenses and dominated every one of them until she met Rose Namajunas, but different story. And Rose is no longer the champion. There's a new champion in Weili Zhang, or Zhang Weili. I don't know which one it is, the Chinese name. Yeah. I've seen it written both ways, but that's a really interesting fight. So I would really like to see that happen, because Zhang likes to just throw heavy shots. So it's a fun striking match between somebody who lands big power punches and Jedrzejczyk, who's just busy, varied striking, and a lot of pressure. So it makes for a really fun match.
Yeah, definitely.
And Waterson, I think she's still near the top. She'll get another top 5, top 6, 7 opponent. And I don't think we've seen the last of her. She's
definitely not
super well rounded. I think she's a little undersized for some of the ladies in the division, but she's skilled enough that she beats most people. I think maybe Zhang, Namajunas, Jedrzejczyk. I don't know if she's going to beat those 3, but everybody else, man, Waterson is still one of the best in the world for sure.
Definitely, and I mean, what a great card! Thought the card was
super
awesome.
fun.
Yeah,
it was great. I watched it on my cell phone after I moved all my stuff into a new apartment.
Yeah, congrats. Yeah, so that does it for our show tonight. We got some more UFC videos coming up, as well as a new episode of Charm City Beat. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We have all our contact information down below. And stay tuned for more. Take care. Thanks, dude.
Yep.
It's always been a dream of mine to go to like Saturday Night Live, like their actual taping. Like that'd be cool as fuck.
You have lots of dreams.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's important to have lots of dreams.
As long as you're keeping me going.
You might say
I just have lots of
dream.
nightmares.
There you go. Nightmares are tight.
Because it's October.
Wolverine has nightmares. He's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then he accidentally stabs his wife in the chest.
Yeah.
Oh, who hasn't done that? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Uh,
Accident.